Welcome to my healthy food place, where we share ideas and recipes on how you can stay healthy. So you are welcome to my healthy food, where we share ideas and recipes on how you can stay healthy naturally. And today we want to talk about a very interesting fruit, the tamarind. The tamarind is an interesting fruit because of its numerous health benefits. Though it may not be popular in some areas, but it's a fruit that benefits an important part of our organ, the liver. The tamarind can be taken in various ways, and I brought it to show us. Some of you may have been seeing it in supermarkets because you can get the powdered form of it. You can also get it as a wrap it like this. Look at it. You can get it in wraps like this. Then you can also get the powdered form. Even in some areas, you may get it as tea bags. Though I have not been able to get the tea bag, but the powdered forms are available. And so you get it, soak it, look at it, boiled water. You have to wash it thoroughly because most times it comes with sand and stones. Look at it. Look at it. After washing it, then you put it in a stainless plate, not plastic. Not plastic. You put it in a stainless plate or cup. Cup is okay. You can use a stainless cup like this. Usually when you are preparing things like that, which involves hot water, freshly boiled water, it's best to use the stainless cups or plates because of the effect of the plastic. Don't be tempted to use plastic. You can use other containers apart from plastic. Plastic is not the best because when heated, it can also emit some other things into the fruit, which may also affect its benefits. And so, why are we talking about the tamarind today? The tamarind is a very important and superfood, I call it. Those of you who are having issues losing weight, tamarind is the fruit you should be going for. Though it's very sweet, but I will also share a few tips on how diabetics and pre-diabetics can take it. Now, it's very sweet and it's quite high in sugar. Diabetics should not just take the tamarind because it's bound to spike your sugar. Although it's an anti-diabetic food, it's a pre-diabetic food, but there are ways you can make it more friendly. And there are also best times when you can take it in order to avoid it or to avoid the risk of spiking your sugar. I have taken it on various occasions in the past and then experienced some of the benefits that I want to share. I think it's also a seasonal fruit, usually coming from the northern part of Nigeria. That's where they normally bring it from. And so coming down to the west, to the other parts, but basically they bring it from the northern part of Nigeria. And then you can get it in powdery form. You can also get it in this form, wrapped. It's usually looking sticky, sometimes very brown. I think it depends on the age or storage or some other factors. Some other factors may affect its color, but it doesn't affect its nutrients most of the time. And it has a very pleasant flavor. It's very high in vitamin C. It's one of the top anti-aging fruits. It's a seasonal fruit. It's great for you if you want to lose weight in a healthy way. It has a anti-diabetic properties. It's also said to have properties that supports your blood pressure. It supports your colon health. Talking of the tamarind. The tamarind is one of the fruits you should be going for if you want to tackle things like constipation. And so, how do we take it? That's the main point here. How do we take it? Now, it has a very high content of vitamin C, and foods like that is best taken with a straw because of our teeth. I've experienced it before. I should have maybe shown you a sample of the straw, but you can always get straw, the one you use in drinking your bottled drink, your coconut water from the north, from the shell or wherever. I mean, I'm talking of straw. So when you want to take a fruit like this, for instance, number one, the diabetics will enjoy it better if they include things like cloves. When you soak it in boiled water, the way I've done, although you can chew it, very, very tanky. It's slapping, and that slapping is the ascorbic acid or citric acid. So you have to be careful because of when you take the tamarind, just sometimes it gives you some slapping on your cheek because of vitamin C. So when you want to take it, you can take it just from and wash it very well, because sometimes it comes with some sand and you do not know the condition of its selection since you are not involved in the harvesting. So you have to ensure you wash it. I prefer to use boiled water to wash the tamarind, even before soaking. So it is not a must, but that you must soak it. You can take the tamarind and just wash and chew like that. You can also take the tamarind, wash it and soak it overnight, like I have done, either in the morning. And then you see the fiber coming out, looking like it comes in a brown color. I don't know how you can see it better than this, but it's brown. It comes in a brown color. And that is to say that you can take it like that to get it, just like a juice. You can also blend it, remove the seed. You know, it comes with a very hard seed inside it. Blend it, and then just use your spoon and scoop it and take. That's one of the ways you can take it. Another way you can take it also is you can add cloves. This is particularly important for diabetics and pre-diabetics. You can add cloves, a few, like 2 or 3 cloves, depending on the size, and soak it together or blend it together. Soaking it together is usually better. Another way is to put some pinch of cinnamon to help reduce, because its sugar is usually very sharp. And I tell you, the sugar in tamarind is very sharp. But if you want to avoid because of the sugar, you'll be losing a lot of things, a lot of its benefits, particularly for your liver health. If you want to reduce fatty liver, if you have any issue, it has properties said to protect our liver. I'm talking of this tamarind. Even when you take it. And the beautiful part of this tamarind that is very interesting is that it's a healing food. It heals things like stomach ulcers. I think you'll be glad to hear it, because a lot of people complain of ulcers all the time. And so I'm sure you'll be glad if you hear of a fruit that has properties to heal stomach ulcers. Tamarind. It's not only stomach ulcers, to heal wounds, both internal wounds and external wounds. The tamarind is a fruit that you should be going for. If you have wound outside your body, for diabetics or pre-diabetics or other persons, if you have wound outside your body or inside, whether it's a stomach ulcer or any kind of wound, my dear, tamarind is the fruit you should be going for. A lot of people are underrating some of these fruits because you can find them freely in our local markets. But tamarind is the fruit I will advise all of you that are watching me right now. It's in season. Even then, go get the tamarind. You can dry it. Dry it and then stock it. You can blend it to powder and keep it. Use it to make tea or juice from time to time to boost your immunity, to heal some ulcers that you can see, to strengthen your fight or to support your fight against diseases, a lot of diseases, to help to neutralize free radicals. Yes, thanks to the vitamin C, phenolic acid, and other constituents that are found in tamarind. And you know the beautiful thing about it? It has small amount of protein. I think that is why it can heal things like stomach ulcers. And it is even best to taste the tamarind. It is best to taste it, to get it and taste it. Prepare it, soak it, and take it occasionally for 1 week. And see how your health begins to turn around. Whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to heal your wound, you want to strengthen your heart, you want to boost your colon health, you want to support your liver or protect it or to heal it. A good number of these things. Inflammations. It fights inflammations, meaning worse of a lot of inflammations. Those of you who are managing high blood pressure, you need to also get it. It contains the nutrients that are needed to help you manage your blood pressure. And besides that, it helps to reduce your weight in a healthy way. Remember that when you start to gain weight, it begins to open door to a host of diseases and other ailments. And so when you find a low-calorie fruit, then nutrient-dense fruit like the tamarind, it comes with fiber. That's the beautiful thing also. When you blend it, you don't need to take it too much. It's very, very dense. Just the best time also is in the morning so that you'll be able to use and burn the sugar that comes with it. So you have to, soak some in the water. Another way that you can also take the tamarind, which I am doing, is you can soak it. And as you notice that it's quite sweet, it doesn't spoil. That is one beautiful thing. You can use it to fortify your breakfast cereals, your teas, and other foods that require sugar. You will find that because it aids digestion, that's what makes it very important at this point. Because it is that if you are preparing things like oats and you have already soaked the tamarind and kept it somewhere, instead of you adding sugar or adding those fake honeys, you can just add a few spoons of this tamarind to bring out, the sugary aspect, the tasty aspect that you need, and then to add more nutrients, and above all, to help you to digest that food, to reduce the time that food stays in your stomach. And so you have to add it sparingly, just like 2 or 3 spoons. You need to start small. Don't just prepare 1 bowl of tamarind and then you pour it inside your oats. or pour it inside your pap or inside your millet or whichever. You don't have to. You need to start little by little so that you don't increase or the sugar or other things. You need to start little by little. So when you add it, you take it, and if you think your body is doing well with it, you may tomorrow also increase it little. Why this caution is important is because a lot of people, because of the way it tastes, it's difficult for you to quickly understand that it can affect your blood sugar immediately. I mean, immediately. It's something that I have experienced. It's something I have experienced, and that's why I thought to share it with us, because it's a food that benefits us in a lot of ways. It's a fruit that is raw, because when you are talking of raw foods are best for you if you're managing any disease, for disease management. You don't have to cook it, and it comes with a lot of nutrients that helps you to fight, including cancers, inflammations, and it's naturally caffeine free. That's the beautiful thing about it. Another beautiful thing about it is that when taking the tamarind, you do not even have to bother about other things like citrus, vitamin C, because the content is high. The vitamin C content in it is high, and that is why it is able to boost your immunity, strengthen your fight against things like cold, diseases. It's anti-aging. That's another thing that makes me get interested in it. As a matter of fact, the first time I took it, it spiked my sugar. That's why I thought to also talk to us about it some time ago, some years back, when I first discovered the fruit. And after that experience, I ran away from it. I just prepared large quantity of it because I saw an image of it somewhere online, and the way it was prepared, looking so, creamy and all of that. And I went and did mine just like that. And so that's why I have to caution us that not anything you just see online, just dub it like that and go and execute it on yourself. So I saw it being prepared, looking so creamy with a lot of benefits. Then I went and did just that. Wow. It was then I noticed that the sugar is quite high. And it's important to caution diabetics that they should not avoid it, please. It's one of the anti-diabetic foods. You must get that. And so that's why it's not a food that you should avoid. I often say that, if you're avoiding everything that you find one problem with, it's a matter of time you begin to avoid almost everything and begin to suffer nutritional deficiency. And so instead of avoiding that food that you found some, negative effect or feelings, the best thing to do is to find a smart way to incorporate it into your diet, either by including foods that lowers blood sugar naturally. And we have them like cinnamon. You can add things like cinnamon, you can add ginger, they help you. You can also add things like cloves, they help you. There are a few other seeds also, most of those seeds. You can also add them to help reduce its effect on your blood sugar. So, who are the other people that will benefit? Remember, if you're trying to lose weight, that's the good news for menopausal women. Menopausal women that are battling with weight loss. Well, menopausal women that are battling with weight gain. Okay, Crescentia, Erukweme, you're welcome. Good afternoon, my darling sister. Okay, you're welcome to the house. I said, I'm talking about tamarind before you came in. Tamarind is a very good fruit. And why I thought to talk about it is that It supports our liver. It helps us to lose weight. It's anti-aging. And honestly, you won't appreciate this fruit until you use it. Look at it. I already showed us. You can get it in dried form wherever you are. And the one thing that I said made me to like this fruit is that it slaps more than African star apple. The slapping is too much. It slaps a lot. If you touch it, it gives you back on your ears because of the vitamin C. But if you take it for just 2 or 3 days, I haven't even taken it for too long, you will just notice your skin glowing. I want you, all of you that are watching me, just give it a try. Go look for this fruit. I actually want you to get it. I don't want to assume, because I've not always known it of it. It took me some time to discover the tamarind. We have our own local tamarind, which we call, some people call it icheku. It's black, but it's not this one. That one has its own minor, but this one is superior, if you ask me. If you ask me on the benefits of this tamarind, look at it. Look at the one I soaked in water. Very strong. I do get the powdered form of it. The powdered form of it. You can keep it as long as. Once in a while, you put a little spoon of it in the cup, add water. You can put a pinch of cinnamon in order not to affect your sugar or whatever. And just sit down and relax. It's a healing food. And you know, one thing that makes me like the fruit, you can even use it to fortify your food, your oats. What makes me to like it is that it's rich in vitamin C. And we need to replenish, to get this vitamin C dose on a daily basis. We need vitamin C on a daily basis. So it's not something that you say you had it yesterday, and because you had it yesterday, you don't need it today. Not at all. So you need to get it because it's a water-soluble vitamin. Talking of vitamin C. So being a water-soluble vitamin, you need it every day because you just urinate out. It goes out also with your urine. I mean, talking of the vitamin C. And you need it to be neutralizing the free radicals. And this is a continuous thing. It's not like some other nutrient that you can say you don't need on a daily basis. There are nutrients like that are some that are fat soluble. You may not need it, but vitamin C, you need it on a daily basis. It's needed in almost every activities in your body. I'm talking about especially the older people. Don't forget, as soon as you leave this, set your eyes to get the tamarind. Soak it. Soak a little quantity. You can make a juice out of it and put it in your refrigerator. And you know the beautiful thing, even if you don't put it in a refrigerator, it doesn't spoil. I had to soak some. Recently, when I found out that it's out again in season, it's a seasonal fruit, though you can dry it and keep it as long as 1 year, it doesn't spoil. I had some that had been with me for too long. I'm talking of the tamarind. I had some that had been with me, looking dark in color, but it hasn't changed the taste. You can still, put it in the water and then you enjoy it. But remember what I said. Don't just be taking it like that. I forgot to bring my straw. Honestly speaking, to show you, but I've advised you to go get a straw. The first time I started taking it, honestly, I was enjoying the whole thing, but it also affected my teeth. So we have to be careful because of the vitamin C. It's too much. That is what is very, very much. It's a super healing food. Those of you who are taking vitamin C tablet, you don't need vitamin C again when you have tamarind around you. You don't need it, or else you may have too much. And you know the effect. Have you ever had overdose of vitamin C? You won't like it. Vitamin C it works just like antibiotics, so you won't like it. So for you not to have those negative feelings or effects, just go get yourself tamarind, either the powder or the fruit. Look at it as they pick it. Always make sure you wash it. Then after washing, use boiled water. You know why I use boiled water to soak mine? Use stainless plate. Don't use plastic. Don't use plastic cup. If you have clay pot, you can use it. It's okay. But I know that a lot of people don't use clay pot, but don't use plastic cup when you are making things like this. For you to get the real and full benefits, don't use plastic. I don't use plastic. If you are trying to make either it's a herbal remedy or anything to boost your health, and you need to use boiled water for that. You need boiled water in that. You don't need to use plastic. As a matter of fact, I discourage people when taking your teas, don't use plastic cup. Some people are still using plastic cup. Yes, many years we were doing a lot of things because of ignorance. But now that we know, let's do, and most times you will discover the taste. You normally have a slightly different taste when you use plastic, and you put freshly boiled water in it. You will now notice that the taste of that food has been affected mildly. And so that is why I advise that when you are trying to do this, your tamarind, soak it in hot water. Don't use plastic container, plastic plate. Use stainless or normal containers that are not made with plastic. Yes, there are different other things that you can use, but don't use plastic. My best bet is making use of the stainless plates to make my own preparation. And so you can do it. But why I actually also thought that we need to hear this or be reminded about this healthy fruit is because of our liver. A lot of people are complaining of liver problems because there's not much liver supporting foods that we are taking. And a lot of us are even moving about with fatty liver. A lot of us. We are moving because most time it doesn't have symptoms. At times when I take this tamarind, I feel, there is something I normally feel under my breastbone, which gives me a positive effect of feeling that the tamarind truly is what it is said to be. Yes, that is what I know, because it's a food that supports your liver, heals it. Sometimes the liver gets injured, our liver, under the right breastbone here. Sometimes it gets injured and we just be moving about. But if you understand that it has been injured, the things that can injure it, sometimes is food habit, sometimes stress, sometimes you eat over spicy food, too much herbal medications, concoctions. They say drink this, drink that. After you drink, and there is no protein buffer, because the liver needs the protein too to work. And sometimes a lot of people ask what is the content of it. Just because somebody told you, you get it and you start drinking. You are not mindful of your liver. Sometimes when we drink too much of those things and there is no protein buffer, the liver gets injured. The liver gets injured. When we take too much spicy food sometimes, spice, no meat, no fish, we're drinking hot pepper soups. it can get injured too. There are a lot of other things that can injure it. And so the point here is, one of the things that it needs to heal is protein. It's the building block. And so how do we get the protein? That's why I often encourage us to include nuts, a variety of nuts, to help our liver to function, in case you're avoiding meat. And so this tamarind contains some amount of protein too. A little amount of protein that I think your liver seems to love. Because there are some protein that your body loves. Yes, some protein, some iron, all these foods, there are some of them that our body can actually utilize more easily than others. A majority of them are in the natural foods category. Talking of natural foods. So this one is one of such foods. If you are looking for how to strengthen your liver, and of course, all of us are working to do that. We are, working to strengthen our liver, especially the older adult. You know, there was a previous video on it, and even live. And now, the tamarind also. Another beautiful thing about, you're welcome to the house. You're welcome. So another thing about the tamarind is that apart from supporting your liver health, I'll tell you, before you make use of, you focus your mind to search for any food, like I asked you to go search for this, you can find it even in supermarkets. I'm telling you. Why am I saying so? You can find them in any supermarket. It doesn't matter where you are residing, because it's very easy. It doesn't spoil easily. If they are not making tea bags of it, then what are they waiting for? Especially because it's coming from northern Nigeria. If they can watch this video, let them start making it in form of tea bags, just like the way we get our green tea. There are a lot of great things that we have here. Let them start making tea bags. If they don't make the tea bag, with a good tea bag, because some tea bags are not of high quality, they can start to dry it. As a matter of fact, I have some dried one. I have some dried one with me. Yes, I do have some dried one. But I'm talking of other people that are, in various locations, who need to strengthen our gut health. Elegance meat, you are welcome. Plant-based brother, you are welcome. From America, you are welcome. The house. We're talking on one particular food that benefits your liver, and that's the tamarind fruit. One fruit that I say everybody should go search for it. You can get it in supermarkets. Tamarind, go ask for it. You get it, because the dried version, the powdered version, is available. We have it here. It doesn't spoil easily. It has very high amount of vitamin C with anti-aging properties. It's one of the food for healing stomach ulcers. Please go get it. Some of you that are listening to me, we have them in our local markets. I bought this one. Go and get tamarind. It will transform your health. Wash it. Soak it. Put a pinch of cinnamon just because of the sugar. Because honestly, it's high in sugar. I've said that before. Let me remind us. The first time I saw it, had it, some years back, I found how my skin was glowing. I went and made a large cup of it. Just, not really large cup. And the next thing, it spiked my sugar. My sugar went up that morning. And so, another time I tried it, it also happened. And so I concluded that we should always add cloves. If you go try it, you find out. If you are over 60 or you are closing up to 60 years, you would, although it may not be at all times, because there could be times when your body actually needs the sugar. Maybe you just came out from a workout. It may actually not do that. That is just the point. So because there are some foods that you could be taking at different points. There are some food that I was avoiding sometimes, but not knowing that it was the timing of the consumption that affected me. So the timing is also important. Now, for instance, if you take it after you've had a starchy meal, you may get that same experience that I had. Now, if you also decide to take the tamarind, look at it. If you actually decide to take it when you are hungry, when your body is in need of nutrients, vitamins, and all of that, it may actually not have, it may, I'm using the word may, but if it's a full-blown diabetic, my advice is put a pinch of cinnamon. You will enjoy it. It won't spike your sugar. Another thing is, when you are soaking it, you can soak it overnight, you can blend it, prepare it with some cloves. Even after preparing it, you can store it. You can store it somewhere. So I want you to drop also your comments, please. If you have any area, maybe regarding your liver or anyhow you want to improve your health, drop the comment, please. I'm here to help you. That's one of the essence of this life. I'm here to support you, to help you to answer some of those questions using my own life experience. I've already talked about the tamarind. If you also have questions on it, you can also go ahead and drop that question. Drop the question, or you can also ask me any question, anything that is bothering you regarding how you want to how you can take back your health in case you have lost it. You can take it back. Yes, some people have lost their health, but you can also regain it. And not only regaining it, you can retain it. So I'll be waiting for your comments. I'll be waiting for your questions so that I can attend to you. Drop your comment, your questions on any aspect that is bothering you. Drop your comments, drop your questions so that we can go ahead. We remember the subject is on tamarind, how it benefits your health. We talked about it, how you can take it, how diabetics can take it, and then some other cautions about how you can use straw to also take it to avoid your teeth from getting injured because of the high content of the vitamin C. And so let me have your question or your comment regarding your health or any aspect that you think you need my attention, or you need me to comment on it, or you need me to talk about it. I'll be happy to do that while here on live. So I'll be waiting. First comment, I will attend first. The first person to drop, I will attend to that first. The first person to comment, the first person to drop a question, any concern, any aspect of your health that you need. Good morning. Okay, blue butterflies. Yes, you are coming right away. You are welcome. Okay, somebody is asking, okay, what is the local name of tamarind? Okay, I told you that we have this tamarind you see here comes from northern Nigeria. But that one that we have in the eastern part, they call it icheku, I told you. But it's not the same with this one. This one is more dense, supports your liver. The reason why it actually came out, my friend, my lovely friend, Blue Butterflies, you are also highly welcome. And I want you to go look for that tamarind, this tamarind. You get it in supermarkets, the dried powder. It's one of the best food for your liver health. You will thank me. It's what I have tested. Use it to make tea. Yes, said hi, yes. You're welcome. Yes, you make tea out of it. It's very high vitamin C. Contains small amount of protein, a lot of compounds without any caffeine. Take it, incorporate it into your diet. That's what I'm telling you, that it comes from the northern part of Nigeria. So what we call it here is tamarind. The local one, we call it icheku. But that one is not the same thing with this one. Because this particular one you see here, honestly, it was just about 6 years or 7 years ago, about 7, 8 years ago that I got to know about this tamarind. Honestly speaking, knowledge is increasing. The one we used to see in our village is not this one, no. It's black. But when you take it, it's sweet, but it's not the same. This one, they bring it direct from the north. And when you take it, my dear, you start to lose weight in a healthy way. When you start taking it, you don't even need too much before you start seeing results. Honestly speaking, whether it's BP you're managing or diabetics, the only thing I advise that diabetics should put some pinch of cinnamon or cloves with it in it. Besides that, my dear, within 4 or 5 days of incorporating, I've recommended this tamarind to a couple of people, and it wasn't up to 1 week. They came back with a testimony. Now, if you are dealing with fatty liver and insulin resistance, you don't have to worry. You need to incorporate things like cabbage, but apart from that, this is one of the top fruits. As a matter of fact, when I saw your comment, my friend Blue Butterflies, I don't know your time zone in America right now. Honestly, I don't know. I promised last time that I will try to fix it to be able to, connect well with my subscribers and other fans in that region. But each time I'll be moving. Okay, I thought as much as I was trying to reason that it should be around 6 o'clock or something. So 6:56. It's a good time, isn't it? No, I want you to respond so we can have an arrangement that I think it's a good time to start your morning. Yes, it's a refreshing time to have your morning time listening to me on your YouTube channel. It's a good way to start your morning once in a week, because it's not every day, at least once or twice in a week. So I'm trying to do more of it now. So what I'm talking about, the fatty liver, my dear, you don't need to worry. I've had fatty liver before myself. And when I tell you I've had something, I really had it. Yes, I really had it. And that time I was weighing a lot, 120. Presently, I'm weighing about 76, 77. But I worked to bring myself down to about 80, 70, 79, 78, 79, 80 then, without gym, without all those this thing. But that time I knew I had fatty liver, and I was always sick. There was actually no much symptom like you would just notice. Only thing I knew then was I was always being treated of malaria and typhoid, and it was really very, very distressing to me. And I think one of the things that fatty liver could cause is reducing our immune system and making us like all the time we are sick. Any little thing we are sick. Because when the liver is fatty, for instance, it cannot work effectively in the work of metabolizing fat. So by the time you just eat fatty food a little, boom, sickness don't come, temperature, everything. So it will not be able to be involved in protein, fat, or a lot of things that the liver is doing, as I said in an earlier video. So it will not be able to do it. And once it's not doing those things, your immune system is down and you're sick. And so that's why that time when I used to have it, honestly, every time I was always sick. Any small thing. I didn't know it was part of the problem. But you know what I did? After doing the test, then I started to take cabbage. I've told a lot of people about green cabbage. It made me lose weight very fast. And I stopped all the vegetable oils, all the oil. I switched only to coconut oil and olive oil. And before I finally settled for this organic peanut oil that I'm always talking about. But when that fatty liver was there, I was not using red palm oil because red palm oil was oil I was using. And it can contribute because I tell people it clogs arteries, whether they believe me or not. It's a source of palmitic acid. It contains some saturated fat, but not like the coconut oil, which which does not clog arteries. Because clogging arteries is what the liver doesn't like. And so if you have fatty liver, you will reduce stress. Yes, you have to reduce stress. That time I started eating, you have to include vegetables, you have to include avocados. You don't have to run away from fat altogether. Because when you are told about fatty liver and you stop fat completely, it's not the best. Trans fat, unhealthy fat, processed foods, all those things that are processed in supermarkets ready to eat, you have to avoid them. Then you now focus on only healthy fats, healthy carbohydrates, healthy oils. You focus on seeds, sesame seeds, fennel seeds, fenugreek seeds, cumin seeds, pumpkin seeds, black seeds. Why? Because seeds contains a lot of nutrients and they don't come with much calorie. Because what we are trying to do all this time is how we can get the nutrients that our body needs without all those calories. What about moringa leaves? Moringa leaves. A lot of you in America may not have access to some of these things. Yes, you may not have access to some of them. But you have to go look for them because some of my friends say that you can find them in some African shops. So you have to look for them, or you arrange for someone who is close to you to arrange and send them down to you. Egusi seeds. Now, do you cook with the egusi seeds? I want you to comment if you cook with the egusi seeds. You find it there and you cook with it. I just want to get your response on that. Egusi. Okay, now I want to suggest to you, don't use the egusi seed because of the fatty liver. Start using sesame seed. Sesame seed, especially the white sesame seed, it's better for your liver and for your heart. And it has less calorie and does not have palmitic acid. I'll get you some sesame seed here. White sesame seed. I want to help. Look at white sesame seed here. See, this is white sesame seed. I use it in cooking soup. This thing you see here, look at it. Look at it. Very tiny seeds. If you want to make your soup, somebody that is dealing with fatty liver, see, look at it. It's all in all the markets, all the supermarkets. When you get it, you roast it. You do like you want to dry fry it a little before you blend it. When you dry fry it, that's how I use it. For those with fatty liver, you have to avoid this melon egusi. Don't take it again. Replace it with this seed. I've stopped the melon. That egusi used to be my best soup. When I say best soup, I love it so much. But I've stopped eating it for close to 20 years. Yes, I stopped eating it for close to 20 years. I stopped eating it. I replaced it with other healthy. It's good for growing children. Although it has high amount of vitamin E, which is good for the liver, but it contains palmitic acid. It's not just that I researched and found out it is so, but when I ate it too, it's not just enough to go read something and then you just take it. You need to go find it out. Taste it and see whether what you have read is true. Take it and listen to your body. That's exactly what I do. And so I do this. Most of the soup that I take these days, mostly like okra soup, is good for fatty liver. Don't you think so? Soup that is high in calcium and all those things that will help you drag cholesterol out of all those stubborn cholesterol that will go and stick to their place. Make your soup, okra. There is one that I also started using. I didn't used to like the soup. I didn't used to like this soup before. This particular soup. We call it ogbono soup. Now I'll tell you something about that ogbono soup. It's called African bush mango seed. Bush mango seed. I never ate this soup for many years because I didn't like it. All those food soups that are usually sticky, I didn't like it. But guess what? It's part of my diet today. Why? Because of how it affects my health. It's a source of lauric acid. Now, lauric acid is rare in nature. Now, when I get to the market, there's something that is very familiar, very peculiar with this ogbono. You will find it in your supermarkets there too. Ogbono seed, African bush mango seed. Don't go for the one they've grounded though. Don't go for the grounded one. If they have the seed, but collect it. I'm sure they will have it. It doesn't spoil easily. Buy the seed, go and grind it at home. I use this grinding stone because sometimes when I put in the blender, I just stick together. So you get the seed and take it and start using occasionally once or twice a week. You will see how it will improve your health. It has protein, small amount, not that you should just eat it without protein. You can make soup with it, add your dried fish, add your fermented condiments, all these African fermented condiments, then add your dried fish, lean protein I call it. And of course, if you want to add your stock fish and all those, jolly now, you people like your jolly, you can put those ones there and make your delicious soup with sea salt and all the onions, garlic. These are food that helps your liver. And then you take it at least once or twice a week. At other times, you can make soup when you have that taste for that desire for egusi. I was missing egusi for a long time because I wasn't taking it. When I found out that it can clog arteries, I stopped it long time ago. And it can encourage weight gain. And the liver doesn't like, I didn't really have any specific thing on the liver, but I know the liver doesn't like things that add weight. The liver doesn't like it, especially if you're already dealing with fatty liver. So I decided to stop it and started, and after a long time, I was like craving for that egusi taste. If you go to my channel, there's a place that I showed us how to use this to make soup. I'm going to search for it. It's that video is up to 3-4 years. I posted it. In fact, I videoed where I was in the kitchen cooking with this soup. All the ingredients I used, I displayed it in that video. I showed the ingredients one by one. How I make my sesame seed soup. Yes, it's there. If you go to my page, to my channel, you will see it. It's one of the old videos. I put my camera in the kitchen and was showing myself with I videoed all the ingredients and then the soup step by step as I make the sesame seed. But it wasn't the white sesame. Let me also make another point, because every day we are learning. We never stop learning. That's why we keep updating ourselves with knowledge. You know, initially I was using the ash color sesame seed. This is white, pure white. Then after, I was really enjoying that ash color. If you don't mind, I will come and show us, maybe in the next live. It has that mixture of ash color and black, and it's not pure white like this. This one, you can easily identify it when you get to the supermarket. And so, I was using it to cook, and that's the one I used in that particular video. So over time, I found this one too in one of the markets, one of our big markets. So when I saw it, because I'm very adventurous when it comes to okay, look at, yes, I'll tell you, yes, that's very something. We talk about it. I'll come to that. Let me first attend to my friend, Blue Butterflies. I'm still responding to her question a little, that she has noted that you go, and I was using the ash color on before. So you may find it when you get to supermarket, get to this section where they sell seeds. So you may find that one, but it's not pure white. So that's one I was using. But over the time, I found this one out and I used it. I discovered that it's lighter. It's more heart friendly. No, what I'm telling you is not what I went to do in laboratory. It's my own body that I used to find it out. So I found out that it's lighter, it's more heart friendly, it's more liver friendly. So I switched to, that's why I end that one. I know they eat that one again. So I switched to this. And this was just about a year or two that I started using this white one. Because I noticed that when I fry it a little and use it to cook soup, the soup is much lighter. I feel, more relaxed in my body. It's lighter, just, let me use the word. So it has more healthier fats. I don't have all it takes to get out what is in it, but my body tells me that this one is better for me. So I began to use it. So you can see, I told you that all these foods are there. You don't have problem. Here, very expensive. This you see here, and if I tell you how much I bought it, this thing, you not believe it too. Because we don't grow it here. We don't have it. So what I'm trying to say is, you can use and get back to me. Use the white one. Fry it a little. Dry fry it and blend it. Use it to make your soup. Blend it to smooth. Anyhow you like, blend it to smooth. And then use it to make your soup. Put your fish, other things. And see how you feel that day. See how you feel that night when you use it. The white sesame seed to make. Let it replace that goosey melon. That melon is heavy. It has that palmitic acid, which is not in this one. Now, you are talking of ogbono. Now, the ogbono you are talking about, I hate ogbono. Like, in fact, I've stayed for more than 20 years without eating ogbono. ogbono soup. I don't eat it. I don't like it. Just like you mentioned it's something you don't like. But when you are getting old, there is something I notice. You don't have to be looking for what you like anymore. You will now be looking for what will benefit your health. It's not about taste again. So I didn't usually used to like it at all. You know, only ogbono, okra self, all this ewedu. Even up to now, I'm still not in love with ewedu, even though sometimes I force myself to. Sometimes I go and buy it in the market to make soup. It will get spoiled because I'm not always attracted to it. Then egusi used to be my favorite, but I don't eat it again. I've abandoned it for long, all because of our health. And so the ogbono is the one that I want to tell you now that I'm now eating. Ogbono is a source of lauric acid. It helps you with your body cholesterol. It helps you with things like fatty liver. It helps you to lose weight. It helps you to manage your blood sugar. I'm telling you, I have it. Let me just collect it and show you the little that I raise. Look at your ogbono here. Look at your ogbono seed. Look at your ogbono seed. I have some here. Look at it. Look at it. You can go get it. Start eating with it. It is one of the anti-aging seeds. Remember, it's a seed. When we are getting older, when we are getting to menopause, we start switching to seeds, more seeds. I never liked this seed, this ogbono seed, African bush mango seed. I hated it. We're not ogbono. That B, put G before the B. Put G. Or you call it African bush mango seed. African bush mango seed. Now be this one. Bush mango. Look at this. African bush mango. And yes, GBON. Then you put O before the G. The O before the G. This one is okay, but let the O, let there be O before the G. Ogbono seed. Maybe the African shop that you go to, maybe you have to call, because I think what you're trying to do is that, my friend Blue Butterflies, maybe if you go to the African shop, it seems that if you call the African bush mango, some of them may not, perfect. You got it perfectly now. Some of them, if you call African bush mango seed, some of them may not understand what you are saying until you call ogbono. Then they will go to the store where it is and bring it to you for you. So the ogbono seed is a good seed. I lived for more than 25, 30 years. More than that, too. I'm not saying I didn't used to cook with it. Even my family was not also eating it because I wasn't cooking it. I didn't like it. I didn't like okra too. Didn't like them. Honestly speaking, you are not alone. No. This my friend Crescentia. You're not alone. I didn't like it at all. I don't like all this draw soup. I like food soups that are thick and, all this egusi soup, all those kind of things. But I tell you today, the story has changed. That ogbono is now almost my favorite. You cannot find it with me before. That's why I have it. I have all of them here in this cupboard. I have them. Some of them are here. I have some of them in my kitchen down there. I tell you the truth. Ogbono seed is for older adults. You cook it with your dry fish. Put green vegetable, small green vegetable. Make sure there is green there. The last time I cooked it, I added moringa powder. Before I knew it, I slept off. I love the combination. It's sticky. So I just thought that, why don't I make some moringa paste that has a lot of nutrients to add to it with fish, crayfish and all this fermented stuff, so that it will not stick. Because sometimes when I was growing up, one of my uncles was having stroke, and not stroke, was having diabetic complication. Yes, African food is healthy, my dear. Thank you so much. So he was having diabetic complications, and they said, the wife said, they say you should not eat ogbono. Then I didn't know much of what I knew today, but I don't know why. But I tell you, when you are preparing it, make sure you put things like onions, garlic, ginger, turmeric, then add protein to it. That fish, ogbono soup is a good soup. It helps you with your cholesterol. It helps you fight disease. It helps support your liver function. I'm telling you, it helps as long as you use a good oil. Remember that the oil you use also determines how healthy the food will be. So I use organic peanut oil. I've told you before that that's the oil I use because it has good amount of vitamin E. And one of the most important antioxidant that the older adult, you and I, we need is vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, and others. Why? Because of these free radicals, cancer, inflammations. These antioxidants, they all have anti-inflammatory properties. You guess what? What of vitamin B? We don't need much of it, though. It's mildly inflammatory. You'll be wondering, how? What am I talking about? Yes, the most antioxidants to help our liver is these ones I mentioned. And that's why you can find them in carrots, those with fatty liver, cabbage. You can find them in carrot, cabbage, green vegetables. You can find them in protein-rich foods. You know that African bush mango contains some proteins. It contains some proteins. And the beautiful thing, it contains that lauric acid. It contains lauric acid. And that lauric acid, another food that you can find it is the coconut oil. So it's not something you find anyhow in foods. The lauric acid is just common to just a few of the foods. So you don't have to neglect or looking down on it. Those of you that you are wondering what to eat. Most of the food that it's okay, you said I love okra. Me, I didn't use, in fact, even up till now as I speak, I force myself to like it because of its benefits to my health. It's one of the soups that I could stay for 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't used to cook ogbono soup. I don't used to cook okra. What I love is vegetable soup that is thick. I love egusi soup. But you can't believe for many years I stopped egusi. That is because of my heart. I replace it with this seed. I have it. This is not just the one. I have more of it. I have more of it there. And when you are cooking it, let me also caution you about something, because you see this seed, when you are cooking it, this one can't cook for, this one is too much. Fat is fat. Anywhere you see fat, they behave the same way. So if I want to cook this soup now, because I use it once. I don't like to cook soup and be rewarming it. There's nothing wrong if you do it, because most of you have all it takes to stock this thing in your refrigerator. There will be no power failure, and the thing will just freeze, and then you can just enjoy. And let me tell you something. Ogbono soup is one of the soups that you can cook and store. It's not good vegetable. You can store every food, but there are some foods, because it's a seed, that when you store them and cook it again, it doesn't affect the nutrients. And not only does it not affect the nutrients, it even tastes like it tasting even better. That's how the ogbono seed is. Foods like okra, it's not like that. Okra, I prefer to cook it and finish it. No, 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 no. Is it okay now? The ogbono seed is okay for fatty liver. Beans is okay for fatty liver. Beans, soya beans in moderation for fatty liver. Look for a good one. Black-eyed cowpea is good in moderation because your fatty liver needs protein to heal. Then okra is also good for fatty liver, but the okra doesn't have to be very thick. You can make your okra and add small tomatoes, add things like cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper, you should get lots of it, grind it, use it every day. It's one of your liver's best friend. In addition to this tamarind, I'll tell you foods that can help you tackle fatty liver. That time when I had it, cayenne pepper is every day. Oat is every day. Avocado, I was searching for it that time. Anywhere I see avocado, I'll pack. I don't know whether you have good avocados there, because whether I have, organic farm harvested avocados. Then things like this tamarind. Occasional teas like dandelion tea. I don't know whether you have dandelion there. It's a great tea for your liver. Garlic. Ensure you include garlic if you have fatty liver. Garlic and onions every day in your soup. Even if it's an old soup, make sure you add a fresh garlic, fresh ginger, turmeric. Dandelion tea, yes, it's one of the top teas for your liver health. Occasionally you take it. There are other teas, but I wouldn't suggest you take teas too much. Fatty liver doesn't like too much of teas. What you need to get is fat like avocados, oil fat. I don't know the symptoms that you normally get, but when I had mine, I didn't used to have symptoms. The only thing was I was always sick. I didn't have symptoms, but sometimes then I may feel something under my right breastbone. Then, and whenever I had that feeling, I knew that I was going to be sick. It's a sign that I will be sick, but not anymore. I don't have those kind of things again. And the thing is that when those things were happening then, because I didn't have any slight knowledge of what was going on, I would go and buy bread and put butter and do milk thick with and do milk and beverage, all this beverage that has all the colorings and flavors, and make it very thick and enjoy. After enjoying, you start feeling the thing again. Some of them come with caffeines. Caffeine is not good for you if you are trying to deal with fatty liver. Most of the green teas too are not good, but green tea is good in moderation. But please be careful with green tea and leafy teas. Sometimes when you take them, because they don't have fat at all, it looks like they go and cut the liver to make it to have wound. I used to have that thing then. It will just do like you have a cut around it. I didn't know it was liver that was there. So once it cut it, the problem will be to heal it. So you don't have to be taking harsh teas that don't have protein. You take things like oat, something that have protein small. That's why this tamarind is very good. Has small protein. It will not have that tendency to tear the liver. I don't know whether it's tearing it, but that's the language of a layman I will use. A layman, I will say is tearing it, because I can't see what's going on, but I feel it that way. And so you take teas that are, you be careful with sharp teas when you are dealing with fatty liver. You can take, if you have some of the, what is it called? Some of the grapes like millet, sorghum bicolor in form of teas. You can have sorghum joa. There are also, hey, another thing, lest I forget, another thing that you must put your eyes on if you are trying to heal of fatty liver is gluten. Don't go there. As a matter of fact, if you want to buy anything, read the labels very well, including oats. If it is like all this morning, what do they call it? Like all this ready to eat oats, instant oats, don't eat it. Some of them come with traces of gluten. Don't eat all those instant oats. If you want to eat oats, go for rolled oats. Oats that comes with real oats and fiber, not instant oats. Some oats come with some traces of gluten. So you have to set your eyes, avoid wheat. If you have fatty liver, wheat and wheat products. And not only wheat products, wheat containing products. There are a lot of, that's why we encourage people to stay away from most of all the baked and all these flour products. Most of them, they put gluten, they put yeast, they put a lot of things into them. I think, you know that we don't have fresh one. The one we here, the one we have, we only get the dandelion here as tea. Dandelion tea. But honestly, if you find the fresh one, why not? You can give it a try. The one I have, occasionally when I do take it, is the leaf, is the tea. I don't take it all the time. And when I get it, if it stays a little time, if I'm not taking already, I will just dispose I don't allow it to stay too long with me. But if you have the fresh one, you can take it. You can take it. There's another thing that is very good for fatty liver, and that is dried papaya seed. I have some of them here. Look at it. Look at the dried papaya seed. You can be chewing it or make tea out of it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. You can chew it. You can use this to chew it. You can make tea out of it. It's one of the top foods to help you reverse the fatty liver. Because some of these fatty liver, they are aided by bacteria. And this particular thing I incorporated into my diet. Yeah, that one too is good. You know, you have some of them. We don't have all of them around this area. So some of them that you have there, you can also incorporate them little by little. So we have some here. We have some of them, like the papaya seed I told you. It's one of the ones that I have. Apart from the seed, occasionally I enjoy apart from the fruit, you can take the seed too. And I'm sure you will have the seed there in your supermarkets. Some people are taking it. You can get it from there too. So we have. I'm in Nigeria I'm from the eastern part, but I reside in Ogun State, Mowe to be precise. Ogun State is a suburb in Lagos. I resided in Lagos before, but I moved and I'm in the suburb now, suburb of Lagos State. That's where I am. So I don't know why you're asking me. You want to pay me a visit? Or you want me to visit you over there? Because I guess why you're asking the question. And so that is it. There are several foods that you can start. Remember water therapy. Okay, you want to see me. Honestly, I would like to see you too. And at least I have all these things. I do some of my members. I have them here. I have them. Look at. I have the look at it. This is the dried papaya seed. Yes, because sensitive organs like liver, most times it's not something that somebody will complain about. You will now go and be taking drugs here and there. Fatty liver, you need all these teas, and then foods like the dried papaya seed, because it has antibacterial properties. Sometimes bacteria are there. Okay, you say you have Nigerian blood. Okay, okay, that is good. That's why you like Nigerian food. It's good. And so that is it. You see, the liver is not something to worry about. Though. Let me give you one good news, one beautiful news about the liver. Of all the organs in our body, do you know that it's the liver that is most easily injured, and it is the liver that is most easily healed? I don't know whether you get that point. Something that gets injured easily and easier to recover. Some organs don't recover easily. But if you know how many times your liver had been injured and recovered, including fatty liver. But what it doesn't like is too much medications. That one I can tell you for sure and for free. It doesn't like too much medications. Just give it rest. Okay, you are saying like how long does it take? Like that time, if I look, I have had a few people that came for, the last person that I talked with over fatty liver. Okay, you are talking of the insulin. Okay, you are talking about the insulin. The insulin is not a problem. You know, we've been talking about fatty liver. Let's talk a little about the insulin resistance. What is your weight? What is your weight? Because if you're trying to work on insulin resistance, it's very easy to reverse. I'm telling you. The first thing, when you notice your stomach is getting big and big, it's big, it's high, it's big, it means that your weight is big. Am I right? I suspect that you are not too fat. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that the insulin resistance is something that you can deal with easily. You can deal with it very easily. I posted some videos already. Okay, you say you have diabetes for over 30. Like, how old are you now? And let me know if you are still on the insulin something. Because most of these things, when our body, okay, you are still young now. 56. You are a young person. I'm 61 this year. I guess you know. I'm 61 this year. So you can see that you are still quite young compared to you are my younger sister, or rather, you're quite young compared to me. So the issue of insulin resistance shouldn't be giving you a problem. Fatima Oloko. Okay. Good afternoon, ma. I'm not fat, but my stomach is big. So your stomach is big. That is not a problem now. If your stomach is big, there are foods that can resolve it. I used to have a very big stomach before, but it's no more there. I don't know whether I should stand up to show or that. I used to have a very big stomach, but it's no more there. It's no more there. That is the big truth. There are fruits that can do it. Coconut oil, cold pressed. has to increase because my blood sugar is over 300 every day, all day. Sometimes it hits. No, what are you eating now? Do you include bitter foods? There are some food you eat here like stonebreaker. You drink it. The last time I checked my blood sugar, it was 69. It was 69.70. The last time, some time ago, it was 138. I was worried. It was high. The normal range is 110. Fasting blood sugar, 110 is normal. Fasting before food. Now, when you eat and it gets to 120, 130, 140, it's okay. But when you had woken up in the morning and then done some walking around, 110, 150, 120 is okay. So for me, I don't have, with all these, what is it called? There are a lot of foods that does it. It crash your blood sugar. Guava leaf will crash the insulin. Guava leaf will destroy the insulin resistance. I'm telling you. Whether you eat it raw, I'm telling you. Sometimes you are feeling like the belly fat. If you are having belly fat, you can have a lot of other foods. I was having belly fat too before. After having 2 cesarean sessions, I told one of my subscribers this morning, I had 2 cesarean sessions, and after that, my belly was very big. And as I speak, it's no more big, it's flat. Just normal. Let me not put flat, it's just normal. And I'm always having an eye on it. Because by the time you sit down for too long, if your work is sitting like I'll be sitting down now, the belly, the fat folds will start to be, turning to fat. It has a tendency to do that. You see AIC 13. Some of these things you are calling, I didn't really get it. I'm eating all the good food, especially for fatty liver. Okay, but it doesn't seem, or maybe is it because of the insulin? What I'm thinking in your own case now, be honest with you, maybe you may need a kind of follow-up or chat to know some of these things that you are really eating. Maybe through the group or something, or you just go to my profile and maybe you see other this thing there, so that we may be able to follow my WhatsApp. This thing, you see the link to my WhatsApp, you will see the link to my WhatsApp, the link to my Telegram. I think that's the best thing for you to do, so that we can create a time and talk a little on these issues. Have a kind of private arrangement, but it's going to be a premium kind of service, so that we have to talk, and I'll find out some of those things that you are eating and give you a follow-up that's specific to you. That's what I'm thinking. For over 3 months, mother, I have been actively trying to lower this. In fact, as I'm reading it, I'm not really happy, but I'm happy for one, because I know that it's not really a problem like that. I have had people who came to me. Recently, a man came, he said his sugar was running to 300 and 300 plus. He was on medication, he was eating unripe plantain. I tried to find out, but I tell you, the thing crashed. I don't want to talk about it. It crashed. It came down. It's all about what you're eating. You eat the one that will break through the insulin resistance. You see, the insulin resistance has been built up already. So you need to consistently take those food, consistency, and knock it. It's like a forest that have been standing for long. You can't just come and clear it like that. You need to, some big trees will have grown there. So before you clear that insulin resistance, sometimes I I could feel if there is insulin resistance trying to build up. And that happens when I'm eating unripe plantain, trying to eat sweet potatoes, sometimes just enjoying all these starchy root vegetables. And suddenly I'll just notice. You see, you can see that is how it is. But when I tell some of them, it looks like you are saying something. Once you are using that thing for over a long time, after some time, it will no longer be working. Now, it's not only the metformin that does that. Are you getting me? It's not only the drugs that does that. Even the natural food behaves that way. When you are eating a particular food and it's working wonders for you, over time too, it's not going to work. The only way to keep your body loving that food is by taking break occasionally. I'll give you an instance. If you watch my last live, I think yesterday, where I talked about the castor oil massage on the feet if you want to sleep. Satan is a liar, truly. He's a liar, truly a liar. He's a liar. So what I'm trying to say is that in that live where I talked about the castor oil massaging your feet for you to have a beautiful sleep, smooth sleep. Now, I tell you the truth. I told you people in that video that if you are doing it every day, after some time too, you will no longer be getting the same results. That's what happens with all this metformin and all the drugs. So look at that is what happens with the drugs too. After you are using it over time, your body gets used to it, and it doesn't seem to work with it anymore. And so what I'm trying to say is that all these things, look at, you are just 56. You are not old, so you don't have to. You have to work to stay off all of those things, because the body is used to them. The body wants a higher one before it can, feel that something is there. Just like somebody who is smoking. You smoke 1 cigarette, 2 cigarettes. The next time you want 6, you can smoke 6 or 7 sticks. But whereas the day you smoke the first one, you were like staggering. Amen, amen. Amen to that, your prayer. So the first time you smoked the first stick of the cigarette, you were staggering. Next time it was 2. The other time you were ready to finish a packet. That's how our body works. If you are taking medication, after some time it's like the body is, I beg, this one has small thing, remove this one. And that's why they say that bacteria are resistant. Because when you give them one particular antibiotic, they finish that one. Next time they want something superior, bring another powerful one. This one we're used to this one. That is how it happens. That's why don't feel disturbed or worried that it's not working. That's how our body is. Even if it's natural food you are eating it every day. You ate it today, you slept. You ate it tomorrow, you slept. I say this food is making me to sleep. If you continue taking it every day, just like that for me, despite it's a natural healthy food, sometimes you will eat it, you will no longer sleep. Your body is used to it. So that's why I encourage us to be making dietary modifications from time to time. It's a wellness secret that we need to know. We need to get to know it. Just making some changes here and there, a little to the right, a little to the left, here and there. So you have to ensure that you embrace there are something that you may not have been including in your diet. There is something missing, which I will tell you. I'm coming. Let me tell you something about this, your health condition. I'm talking to blue butterflies. Let me tell you something. Healthy fat seems to be it seems to me that it is the missing link. Yes, because you see, when the healthy fats are not in good balance, nothing in your body, and I repeat, your blood sugar, you no go fit control. Your blood pressure cannot control nothing, including the insulin resistance. It can't work. And you are not aware that cold pressed coconut oil helps with insulin resistance. All these fats we are talking about, fat. If you don't bring them in, they are actually what the body uses in building up the cell, the integrity of the cells. They are kept by fats, healthy fats. All these seeds I'm talking about, a good number of them have fats. So you need to embrace them. If you want to destroy fat, you need to get fat. Get the good fat, not the bad fat. That is the truth. I'll tell you. The problem is, it seems you don't have a good balance of fat in your diet. Okay. So like you said, the only fat you eat now is fresh avocado. No. Avocado is different from olive oil. Olive oil is different from peanut oil. Peanut oil is different from cashew nut oil. Cashew nut is different from avocados. From almonds. Almond is different from sesame seeds. Sesame seed is different from coconut oil. I know the difference in all of this, and on, including peanuts. No two of them have the same profile. Now, are you aware that sesame seed oil lowers blood sugar powerfully? You are not aware. The coconut oil, you can use it, you can take it. Best time to take it for belly fat is empty in the morning on empty stomach after water therapy. So if you are dealing with insulin resistance, fatty liver, I think fat is what is missing. Because if you are eating lean meat, it's only avocado fat cannot give you all the fat. I know the type of fat in avocados. It's a seasonal season. Yes, I don't know the type of the sesame seed oil. There are different types in the market too. Some are not good. I've seen different types. I'm talking of the avocados, sesame seed essential oil. That's the one I'm talking about. And so when you are talking about the fat, you should start focusing on what is it called? Cashews. You should start focusing on cashews, sesame seeds, peanuts, almond, walnuts. Not that you are going to get all of them. It's not something that is most likely. I can tell you that one, that it's not likely that you get all of them. But like you get at least half of it. It shouldn't be only avocados. Avocado does not contain lauric acid found in coconut oil, papric acid, medium chain fatty acids. It does not contain the amount of saturated fat that is needed to help fight insulin resistance. It does not also contain these antifungal properties that are found in olive oil. The profile of the olive oil, is also different from the avocados. The profile of the avocado is not from the walnut. For instance, the walnut is a source of omega-3, which you need seriously for your bones. So you need to try to incorporate olive oil, occasional. Even the coconut oil, you don't have to eat it. You can just use it in your mouth to rub around your teeth and gums and allow it to move into your body to help to balance hormone. Hormonal imbalance sometimes affects us, the women. And whereas that one is on one side, it's looking like the effort we are making is not yielding results because of estrogen activities, hormonal issues. They are all interacting with our health. Real butter is good. Real butter is good in moderation. Real butter is good in moderation. Yes, it's good. But you don't have to be eating a lot of lean meat at 56. Lean meat is okay, but reduce it. Let there be more fat, like peanuts, avocados, cashews. They help to balance your blood sugar very well. Start to source for your energy from fats. Start to desire fuel from fats. Yes, let them be your source of fuel. So let them be your source of fuel. That's what I'm trying to say. So that you won't be, let them be your source of fuel. Energy. That energy that lasts. Especially this insulin resistance thing. You don't have to continue with it. Start including cinnamon. Guava leaf tea. That tea doesn't give chance to insulin resistance, so it breaks everything. Sometimes you chew the fruit raw. Next time I will bring it here and show us. I'll eat it. Wash it. You tell me you can't get it there. Cinnamon is good. I think maybe another thing apart from all these things is maybe you may need some of the leafy greens too. It's good for fatty liver and for that insulin resistance. Because that insulin resistance, the thing that normally help it is some prebiotics like onions, green vegetables. Green vegetables is very good for you. So you need to start including green vegetables to help with insulin resistance. Green vegetables, okra, collard greens and cabbage. Yes, collard greens, all those greens. Make sure you take them every day. In the evening before you go to bed. Do you take apple cider vinegar with the mother? It's good for you. Very good for insulin resistance. They give her a chance to. Yes, it's good for it. At least once or twice a day. It helps to calm it down. There are several other foods that help to support your fight. I can't finish the list here. Yes, apple cider vinegar with the mother is good. There are several other foods that helps you, but it's something we need to follow you up gradually. That's what I see. Then the mindset aspect is something we need to go gradually until you finally take back your health, because you are still very, very young. If you ask me, you are still quite young. 56, you are still very young. So to be on all those medications, so it's something we need to work on. But some of these changes that we talked about, you need to start doing them. And then that some of the soursop leaf too, yes, all of them, they're also good for things like hormonal issues. But particularly for the diabetic, the mango leaf, the guava leaf, is it guava? Yes. The guava leaf is particularly good for diabetics, insulin resistance. The cloves, you can make tea out of it. Most of these things, we have them fresh here. But you can get the tea. Maybe they sell it in dried bags, in dried forms, tea bags, I don't know. But here we get the fresh dried leaves. We just get it. It's easy to get here. So you boil tea. Sometimes you add sour hibiscus flower tea to it. And then you boil it. But there are several other things that you need to be guided on the fatty liver and insulin resistance to help you gradually. No, you boil tea, you make tea out of it. Sometimes you make it a combination of guava leaf or lemongrass. There are ways you combine it here and there to help break the insulin resistance. The insulin resistance is something you need to be doing gradually. Honestly speaking, it's going to go away. It's going to go away. It's something that has been standing for long. So you need consistency and patience with whatever you are doing for it to be able to clear it off. So I like to be ending it here. Ensure that you are following me. And whenever I go live, okay, you say you are, yes, you can get them, maybe Chinese market there, your market. You can always get them there. Yes, you can get them. They are very good. The guava leaves, we have them here. And over time, if we find a way to send to you, to those of you who are out there, why not get the fresh leaves and wave it to you there? Yes, we can arrange it because you need to get the best. Someone told me that fatty liver takes a year to fix. Don't listen to all of those things. Which one be fatty liver takes a year? Is the person himself or a year fatty liver? Sometimes you go to people, they put fear in you in order to make you, to weaken you, to make you feel like a slave to whatever they want to recommend or whatever they want to give to you. How can you say it takes 1 year to fix? Where did he read that? Is that from the medical school or from the Bible? Or what if God decides to heal you? Okay, you are taking me to another. He said, can I touch on Indian medicine next time? Ayurvedic. Okay, you have to specify the aspect that you want me. I'm not an Indian. You want me to teach Ayurvedic? No wahala. Just specify the. So that's it. Next time, I said that I'm rounding up already. I've been here before you, some of you came in, and I've talked on Tamarind. You can go look for the Tamarind and let me know whether you found it. I'm sure you're going to find it. Very important, please, get it. It's going to boost your health. It's going to boost your liver function too. It's one of your liver's best friends. And you don't have to be stressing. Remember water therapy. We have, I think there are a few things that you have heard from us. This is cold pressed coconut oil. This is it. This one is already open. Look at. Look at cold pressed coconut oil. Look at it. Cold press. Very high in saturated fat. Only one drop can take you for a long time. But it has ability to break insulin resistance too. But I just drop. It's not oil that you just use and be cooking. If you want to take it first thing in the morning to burn belly fat, you don't need more than, look at, some people say they are kill a lot of bacteria. Look at. I don't like to cook with it because it will make you to eat too much of it. See. It's best on empty stomach. Empty stomach. So that it can have direct contact with the fat. All those belly fat that have been standing for too long. See. I didn't know this one was here. I just saw it now. That's cold pressed coconut oil. break fat, and boost your health, boost your metabolism. A lot of other things. And if you are already going through insulin resistance, it's going to support your fight against diabetes. And so that's where we'll be ending it for today. Don't forget to continue to share the message. Thank you for coming. And I want to say bye-bye for now. Okay, are you still asking questions? I think we should be rounding up. Bye-bye, yes. Yes, you're asking whether I have most of these things that I talk about, I sell them. I've been dealing with them, I eat them. My followers, those on WhatsApp, they get me, they request for them, and I do sell to them. A good number of them, a good number of the things that are not conventional things. Most of them are unconventional things that are not easily found in the open market. Things that I teach about that a lot of people, if you go to market, they don't sell it. Why? Because they say it's not moving. You know, something that people don't know about, they don't buy it. So sellers don't sell it. So these are the things I have mostly. And that's what I was saying, that we can arrange and send. I remember one of my members in Oklahoma who wanted the peanut oil. We were able to get somebody, one of our followers, to arrange while I'm busy with content and all of this type of post and content. Those people were also assigned with the task to ship those things to them, and they got it. So if you need it, why not? If you get the location, arrange it and then send it to them. They do the arrangement and get to the airport, and you go there and collect your items, as long as you are ready to pay for the cost and every other thing. There's nothing they don't get online these days. Everything. Cashew nuts, granite, they buy everything. So if you need, you can let me know through the links. You check the links, and then you can also, message me through the links. Then I'll know how to go about it. That's it. And I also want to believe that next time that I will be here, I want to hear a testimony concerning that your fatty liver, because it's something we need to really focus and get it reversed. I mean, okay, you are in Colorado, they go through people, packages are made because we have a lot of money. Okay. Okay. Yes, of course, it's proper for them to do it, because marijuana come, but we are not busy. We don't sell marijuana. I don't sell all those things. But there are people who are experts in labeling things. They know the procedure, they know the process. So they just arrange and send those things to the persons needed, who need them. There is something they are doing on a regular basis. So they don't, it's their own unit, it's their own specialty. My own is to do what I'm doing here. So I don't have all the time to be doing all of that. But there's no how you will be doing this thing that you won't be selling. In fact, if I don't sell, people get angry. Yesterday, I sent some cayenne peppers, dried ground cayenne peppers, to some people. And they said it must be from us here, because they don't know which one is which. So we still give, there's no how. You tell people about something and they say they want it. You say you don't have it. So where do you get the one you are eating? It will look like you, and what you are saying is not what you are doing if you don't have it. So you need, I must have it. You say you have an African market here, and she has a restaurant too, a beautiful place. Okay, you can see. She has a restaurant. She has a restaurant. I'm selling them. This Fatima, where are you speaking from, please? Fatima Oloko, let me know where you are speaking from. I'm waiting for your reply because I know I'm rounding up already. Fatima Oloko, where are you commenting from? Okay, from Abuja. All right, that's good. So that one won't be a problem. What I'm asking is, I know the other lady is from UK. My friend is in US. You are in Abuja, so there's no problem. Okay, she has already replied from Abuja. And so that is it. So that it won't be a problem if you want some of the things, and that the ones like the papaya seed, the dry papaya seed, we have it. Some other things. Abuja, they even have a good number of the things too. So if you can find them there, better. Okay, thank you all for coming. Bye. See you again.